Tennessee Titans fans, it is that time of the week where we get on Reddit and see what Titans fans are saying about the state of the organization. We're going to have some posts from the Two Tone Talk Reddit page that I wish you would go join. There's a link to it in the video description below. Go over there and post your questions, comments, memes, concerns, whatever regarding the Tennessee Titans. And post on that page will get read on this segment next week. I can guarantee you that. But we've also got some posts we're checking out today on the Tennessee Titans official Reddit page. And so we are going to get this going. And this post is on the Two Tone Talk page. I love this post. Underrated Oilers/Titans game in team history and possibly NFL history. This user said Steelers at Titans. I believe that this is one of the most underrated Oilers/Titans games in NFL history and possibly NFL history as well. This game had everything, and you can't count out the drama at the end of the game. I would like to know what y'all think about this game and y'all's opinion, if y'all remember the game and are old enough to. I will just tell you this. Not only do I remember this game, I was 7, 8 years old, maybe 9. I don't know, somewhere in that range when this game happened. This was literally the game that hooked me. I was already a Titans fan. This game put it over the top. This was a playoff game. The Steelers and the Titans went to overtime. Joe Nedney, Music City Mulligan, roughing the kicker, which led to some controversy. But this game was phenomenal. This game had everything you could ever want in a playoff game, and I remember the game well. It is one of my favorite NFL games in history, and that's why I love that post so much. There have been a lot of Titans games, the Music City Miracle, obviously, people are going to talk about, but this Steelers-Titans game was one of the best that I've ever seen. There was drama all throughout the game. Steve got hurt, went out, cried on the sideline because he was wanting to come back in so bad. He came back in, led a game-winning drive. I mean, just everything you could ever want. Good to see Trey Burks out on the field. Okay, yes, it is good to see Traylon out on the field. It's good to see Traylon back out, and I'm glad he's well. I'm glad he's healthy. That's lovely. That's great. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to make the roster or not, folks. I don't know. I think that he's going to be on the bubble. He's going to be on the bubble. I think that he could get edged out by guys like Bryce Oliver. Of course, the two new rookie wide receivers coming in, Xavier Restrepo. I don't know. He's going to have a phenomenal camp. He's going to have a phenomenal camp if he is going, and preseason if he's going to make this roster. If you could go back in time and prevent the team from doing anything, what would it be? Now, my answer to this was obvious, but then they went on to say restrictions are the A.J. Brown trade. So you have to go with something other than the A.J. Brown trade. That was going to be my obvious answer, as I'm sure it would most anybody. But since we can't go with that, I'm assuming this means you can't change the outcome of games, because if that's so, then my answer would just be, let's make it to where Ryan Tannehill doesn't throw 3 interceptions against the Bengals in a playoff game. That would be the first thing. But if we're talking about front office moves that hurt the team, I know change one thing, but 3 straight years of Isaiah Wilson, Caleb Farley, Treylon Burks. I would love to change even one of those, but if you could, I would love to just change all 3 of those picks. What a disaster. It's part of the reason why the team and the roster ended up in the shape it's been in. I would also say in the AFC Championship game against the Chiefs in 2020, maybe just let Dean Pease continue to run the defense instead of Mike Vrabel running the defense, since the defense had looked great up until that point with Dean Pease doing his job. That would probably be a good thing I would change, is that just let the defensive coordinator that has been doing a good job continue to be the defensive coordinator in the AFC Championship game against Patrick Mahomes. That would be a good option of something I would change. People that have bought a Cam Ward jersey, which one did you go with? I will tell you, I just finally bought mine a couple of days ago, and I went with the baby blues, baby. I went with the baby blues. The team is shifting to the light blue color as opposed to the navy blue, and I don't have a light blue. I have an Oilers throwback, Jeffrey Simmons, but I don't have the new Titans light blue jersey, so I went with the light blue Cam Ward. It'll be here sometime this upcoming week. I can't wait to put that bad boy on. All right, this doesn't get talked about enough. This user said, pretty crazy when you consider everything that had to happen for the Titans to secure the number one pick. Take this play, for example. This was, I think, week 17 against the Jags. Look at the time on the clock. 40 seconds left, down by a touchdown, and Mason Rudolph misses a wide-open Chig Okonkwo for what would have been a touchdown and what could have potentially won the Titans that football game in Jacksonville. Now, you may say, what's the big deal? If the Titans win one more game last season, they do not get the number one pick, and they do not get Cam Ward. So if Cam Ward comes in and turns out to be great, you need to revisit that play right there, because that could have changed everything, because look at who they were playing, Jacksonville. If Jacksonville loses that game, it could have been Jacksonville with the number one pick in the draft. Now, they probably would have ended up with Travis Hunter anyway. They probably would have taken him anyway, but they wouldn't have had to give anything up. At least to get him now, they had to give up their first-round pick next year to Cleveland. They don't have a first-rounder in 2026, so at least this made it so that if the Jags got Travis Hunter, they had to give up a good little haul. So, I mean, and the Titans, like I said, if the Titans win that game, they would have probably been around where the Jags were, which would have been around number 5. You're not getting Cam Ward at number 5 unless you give up a lot to get up there and get him. So, very critical overthrow by Mason Rudolph right there. Very important overthrow. One more post here. This user said, this guy's gonna be a star. And I don't know if you could tell by the picture there, but it is Alec Aomanor. And I still hope that I am pronouncing his last name correctly. Aomanor, please correct me in the comments. I'm very excited about this guy either way. I still can't believe the Titans got this guy at the end of the 4th round. He was one of the guys I liked a lot in terms of I was kind of rooting for the Titans to take him in the 2nd and 3rd round when they were up. So the fact that they got him at the end of the 4th, I think is great. And I love just the clips we're seeing from OTAs. I love his size. I love, Calvin Ridley already complimenting this guy and what he's seeing from him out on the field. So I'm very excited. And in a perfect world, this rookie here, if he could somehow get up to being wide receiver 2, I mean, as of right now, I would think he would probably be 3 at best behind Ridley and Lockett. But if he can come out and do well and end up in that number 2 slot behind Ridley, that would be phenomenal. That would be phenomenal value for the Titans to get that guy at the end of the 4th. And we need help. We need help at that position. So that is the Titans Reddit segment for this week. Don't forget the Two Tone Talk Reddit page, link in the video description below. Go join that community. Go leave your questions, comments, memes, whatever, and we will get to that next week on the Titans Reddit segment. God bless you, everybody. Tighten up. Bye.